Okay, what I've done is, first off, I tracked down the two AC power lines that go into that bad interlock connector and spliced in a new power cord, which I have going to my Variac. I also cleaned up a few of these tubes with some Windex and paper towels so I can monitor the tubes as I slowly power the set up to check for any excessive filament glow, or if they're glowing blue, meaning they're being overdriven. I cleaned up the CRT a bit too, and now I think you can really see what I meant when I said that this is an aluminized tube. You can see that aluminum coating on the inside of the glass. It's really brilliant, shiny. And I also pulled out the 6BG6 horizontal output tube in the socket right here. What that will do is effectively remove the entire high voltage section from the set while I power it up. So I want to make sure everything else is sound before I risk damaging any of these very hard to replace components. Now you may have heard that electrolytic capacitors are usually bad in these old sets, and that is very true. But sometimes if you power a set up slowly, you can kind of revive these caps. I'm hoping at least enough to see if the set is sound. I'll definitely be replacing all the capacitors regardless, but I'm hoping to at least check this set out and see see how well it works before I start replacing any components. So I'm going to flip on the Variac. Got about 0 volts here, and I'll slowly start increasing it. There's also a fuse in this because there's no fuse in the set. A lot of these old sets didn't have a fuse, or if they did, it was just on the horizontal output circuitry to prevent, like I said, damaging these expensive components. I turn off the light so we can see the filaments glow a little bit better. Okay, I've got this up to about, let's see, 65 volts AC. You can definitely see some of these tubes are starting to glow. Nothing's smoking so far. So, upwards we go. Now, one thing I am noticing is there's no glow from the main rectifier tube. So, and that would be the one that would be driving these electrolytics. So, if they are bad, it could have very well taken out this tube, or this tube just might be bad anyways. So I'm going to pop this out and test it and replace it if it is bad. Okay, as I suspected, that tube was completely dead. I put in a new good one from another set. Now I'm a little concerned, since that was dead, that it might have been from these caps essentially acting as a dead short and frying this tube. So I'm going to again power it up slowly, but really keep a close eye on that. Okay, that 5U4 is glowing. I'm going to turn this camera off for a while I continue to slowly power this setup. Well, hey, check this out. I hooked up an antenna. We do actually have one over-the-air station in Chicago left on Channel 6. They just broadcast a series of still images of scenes of the city of Chicago and some light jazz. I set this to Channel 6 and turned up the volume. And hey, how about that? So nothing's now. Time to put that horizontal output tube back in there and see if we can get a picture. Oh hey, it's a picture of sorts. I can hear that horizontal output transformer really singing. You can probably hear it too. But let's see what we can do with this picture. Kind of working from memory as to which control is which. Okay, I've been fooling around with the set for a while, and it seems like the horizontal and the vertical need some work. But quite honestly, I'm amazed at how well this works, considering it seems to be all the original components. And especially the sound quality, I think, is fantastic. So I'll fool around with this some more and start replacing all those old capacitors. I hope you enjoyed this series on this GE810, and I'll have lots more videos to come in the new year, so stay tuned.